For the benefits of the audience, I just want to make sure that they understand what the barriers are. It's so abstract to talk about barriers. What are the barriers?
So,
like you're talking about vetting barriers?
Yeah, like vetting, for example, right? Like I feel like I barely see girls get asked for references.
Right.
I barely see girls get asked for STD tests.
Right.
Results. I barely see women get asked for like, oh, so who parties have you been to?
Women
it's like,
don't
oh,
get
you're a
asked for
single
nothing.
female. Let's go.
That's
you
it.
you want to play? You don't want to play? That's cool. But when it comes to the guys that I know who are good guys, it's like, oh no, you have to sit here and watch this whole entire sales pitch first, and then like go take an exam, and then I need like all your papers. I need all your freedom papers. But it's like, but my thing is like, you're with us. I understand it's like casting a wide net to try and find the good ones. But in that still instance, you are casting away people who genuinely want to participate. And
sure, they want to participate, but they don't want to put in the effort to do it properly.
But we're not making these. I know some crazy.
Because a lot of those screening forms or whatever have the etiquette and the rules in it, and they don't want to waste the time. But they want to
girls
complain
that
about
show up
it.
and have no fucking etiquette, like none whatsoever.
Yeah, we act like that is not just as prevalent. I mean, that's what it really amazes me. Like women have the hardest problem admitting that women are problematic. Not in the same way. Not in the same. Listen, not in the same way. And this is what I don't want y'all to confuse. Women aren't as problematic in the same. Men have the potential for violence, and I understand that.
Or at least in my experience, I find that women, or at least in my experience, we are afraid of rejecting men because their rejection will make us feel unsafe. And I find that men may be uncomfortable, but most of the time you're not afraid that this woman's going to hurt you.
Not physically.
Not physically, but physically.
Just like she was saying about that, the mental things the mental trauma and all this other shit that a woman can inflict is very real.
It is, but we are afraid of the mental and the physical. And that's what the difference is.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to say is like, going back to our whole, like, we had a whole episode about parties, right? And we talked about inclusivity. So my thing about like not going to parties, like I hate gender pricing, for example. Mm-hmm. I do not like gender pricing. I mean, I understand it. It's a business decision because that's your bag. I fucking understand that. But I feel like if you're going to vet these men like this, why aren't women being vetted too? Like I said, I've seen and I know some crazy ass bitches that should not be going to half the parties they go to. But they can slide in like cuz they're beautiful. Mm-hmm. So it makes it so people get disarmed.
If I know they're crazy, they ain't coming.
But that's you. These girls.
Remember, usually men running these things, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
they will let them in just because they're beautiful. Yes,
exactly. They're beautiful. So it's.
But again, who's making that decision?
Men, right?
As a community, but I'm saying as a community, and that goes back to my question. It's like, do we keep the whole like if you're a single guy you can't, because a lot of places won't let single men show up to things, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Unless you go through all these. You have to like do all this extra shit. But
select single men.
Yeah, so it's like. What can we do to continue to weed out the bad apples because they're out there? But what can we do also to make it more welcoming to single men?
I have an angel on my shoulder, but a devil in my head.